Have you ever stopped to wonder how men's fashion and grooming have evolved over the past 2 millennia? Buckle up as we take a journey back to the dawn of men's fashion and grooming. The Romans, known for their simple yet elegant tunics and togas, were among the first to highlight the importance of grooming. They indulged in daily bathing and shaving, a practice which underscored their social standing and sophistication. But their inspiration? The Greeks. The Greeks, with their emphasis on physical fitness and a well-groomed appearance, had a profound influence on Roman fashion and grooming. Despite the simplicity of their clothing, the Romans and Greeks understood the power of a well-dressed man. They recognized that clothing and grooming were more than just necessities. They were an expression of personal status, attractiveness, and cultural identity. From the Romans, we see the first signs of an emphasis on grooming and a well-groomed appearance as a sign of status and attractiveness. As we move into the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, what changes can we see in men's fashion and grooming? A significant shift marked this era, the advent of tailored clothing. This was a departure from the loosely draped garments of earlier periods, bringing in a new aesthetic of form-fitting, ornate clothing. The Renaissance, known for its artistic and cultural blossoming, was also a time of extravagant fashion. Men began wearing doublets, a fitted jacket that ended just below the waist, paired with hose, the precursor to modern trousers. And let's not forget the codpiece, an interesting and sometimes exaggerated feature of men's attire. Grooming habits also evolved. Beards became popular, representing wisdom and masculinity. Men also started using perfumes, a practice borrowed from the Middle East, adding an aromatic dimension to their allure. The Renaissance gave us the first glimpse of the extravagant fashion and the concept of tailored clothing, which still influences men's fashion today. The 18th and 19th centuries brought about significant changes in men's fashion and grooming. What were they? Let's journey back to these transformative times and uncover the evolution that took place. As we stride into the 18th century, we see a shift towards practicality in men's fashion. The three-piece suit makes its grand entrance, becoming a staple of men's wardrobes. This versatile outfit, consisting of a coat, waistcoat, and breeches, was not only stylish, but also functional, reflecting the practical needs of men during this period. As the 19th century rolls in, we see the dawn of industrialization leaving its mark on men's fashion. With the advent of sewing machines and factories, clothing could now be mass-produced. This led to the standardization of clothing sizes, a concept that is so integral to our shopping experiences today. Let's not forget about grooming practices. The 18th and 19th centuries saw men opting for clean-shaven faces, a stark contrast from the bearded looks of the past. Pomade also became a popular choice for hairstyling, allowing men to achieve sleek, well-groomed hairstyles that were in vogue at the time. These centuries weren't just about the clothing or the grooming, they were about a shift in mindset. Men were beginning to see fashion as a means of self-expression, a tool to convey their individuality and social status. The 18th and 19th centuries marked a shift towards practicality and standardization in men's fashion, setting the stage for the fashion we see today. Now, let's fast forward to the 20th century and beyond. How has men's fashion and grooming evolved? As we stepped into the 1900s, sartorial choices for men were heavily influenced by cultural movements, wars, and the burgeoning celebrity culture. The first half of the century saw a preference for tailored suits, a trend that was soon disrupted by the two world wars. The post-war era brought with it a wave of casual wear, with denim jeans and t-shirts becoming the new norm. The latter half of the century witnessed the rise of designer brands, turning fashion into a status symbol. The likes of Giorgio Armani and Ralph Lauren became household names, offering men luxury and exclusivity through their clothing. Simultaneously, there was a resurgence of beards, a style statement that harked back to the grooming habits of our ancestors. From full beards to carefully sculpted stubble, facial hair became a significant aspect of men's grooming. The 21st century saw men paying more attention to skincare and hair care. The modern man is no stranger to moisturizers, serums, and hairstyling products. The phenomenon of manscaping caught on, with men investing time and money into maintaining their appearance. From the Romans to the modern man, men's fashion and grooming have undergone a fascinating evolution, reflecting societal changes and cultural influences. Each era, each trend tells a story of its own about the people of the time and the world they lived in. So, what can we glean from the evolution of men's fashion and grooming over the past 2,000 years? It's a journey that takes us from the simplicity of tunics and daily bathing rituals of the Romans, through the sophistication of tailored clothing and the extravagance of fashion eras gone by. It leads us to the practical suits of the 20th century, and today's focus on personal grooming. And thus, we see that men's fashion and grooming is a rich tapestry, woven with threads of history, culture, and societal change.